Good morning, race fans. I am here at Sonoma Raceway for a race weekend with Lucky Dog Racing League. Yes, I'm back to race the E30 BMWs with Warhammer Motorsport. They have a second car now in their garage, so I'm gonna be driving this one. As you saw in my last video when I raced at Laguna Seca, I did not do so well. I went really slow. A little embarrassing. Just when I got my rhythm, my time was up. Well, I'm gonna have 2 days of racing this time, Saturday and Sunday, 2 hours each day. I'm hoping I can do the team a little bit better this time. I'm gonna be in a different car this time. It's gonna be in car 352. It's a little bit of a different setup from the last car I was driving. So we're gonna have 2 team cars on the track. This is my first time at Sonoma. It's a beautiful track in a beautiful neighborhood, and I'm hoping we have a beautiful race. How you feeling about this weekend?
I feel good, man. I feel really good.
2 cars running.
Yeah, cars are gonna be good. As long as we don't have 40-year-old gremlins like we did in this car last time, we should be totally fine. But everything should be good. We've done a little bit of grades to this car. The wing, we upgraded the wing because it's really light in the back. So we threw this Evo GTM style wing on it. Try to create just a little more downforce in the rear. And
now your last race was at Willow Springs. You guys podium, second place with car number 9.
Yeah, we did.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. That was a really good race for us. We were there at the end. First place was probably about half a lap in front of us. So
that's excellent.
But after 8 hours, we felt pretty good about that. That's for sure. Yeah.
Now, for those of you that don't know, maybe I didn't say it in the last video, Warhammer Motorsport bringing these cars into the Lucky Dog series is relatively new for the team. This is going to be the 3rd race for the team here at Sonoma. So to get podium in only your 2nd team race, that's a pretty big deal for a new team. Yeah. That's a really big deal.
Yeah, it was really cool. We got a lot of drivers who were really familiar with the E30 platform and just racing wheel to wheel in general, and we had a strategy. We stuck to the strategy, and it paid off at the end. So we have very limited knowledge about how the cars are going to react here. NASCAR was here last week, and it's been freshly paved. So times from last year, we're unsure of what we're looking like, but we'll get that knocked out in practice. We'll be good.
Oliver and Logan are going to take the 2 cars out there first just to make sure they're running properly, and then I'll get a chance to take it out and test it.
Logan.
Alright, all I want follow him out. Something's not right with car 352. Oliver just brought it back in from testing, and it keeps stalling for some reason. At least it's happening now during testing, so Oliver can try and diagnose what the issue is.
Air is escaping out of here. So this whole system needs to be a closed vacuum. It can't have any open vacuum. It was an open vacuum, so every time you would idle, it would die. That's why. So it wasn't my driving. It was because the car was broken. There we go.
Driver and mechanic. Now that the car was running smoothly, it was my turn to take the car out on the track for some practice laps. racing day is done for me. I got 2 stints in the car. This morning I was faster than this afternoon. I don't know, I have a lot of driver excuses, like there was a lot more traffic this afternoon, the track's hotter, it felt like there was slightly less grip. I don't know, but I was a little bit slower this afternoon. But everything's gonna change tomorrow when it's green flag and everybody's wheel-to-wheel racing. I don't know what the times are gonna be. It's gonna be madness. See you in the morning. What's up, everybody? It's day 1 of racing. This is Saturday at Sonoma. We just finished our drivers meeting and we had a surprise guest. Randy Pobst is here. He's offering to drive for anybody who needs a driver. So I got to meet him. Very nice guy. Hopefully I can get an interview with him later. I'm a big fan of his. Great driver, great YouTuber. But yeah, the team's getting ready for qualifying right now. So I just found out that Randy Pobst is going to be driving with another team as a substitute driver for the last stint of the race. I'm driving the last stint of the race, so I'm going to get to share the track with legendary driver Randy Pobst today. Number 1! Yeah! I'm pretty excited about that. I can say I raced with Randy. Go get some, Lewis! Woo! All right, go ahead, put the All right, cars have gone to grid. We're in the C-class row. We got Lewis in the car 352, and Logan in car 9. We got Oliver over here and Anthony on the radio spotting those guys. And they're about to do the rolling start. You got A-class going first. The race is about to begin. Go Warhammer! There's a car, watch the car.
What happened? So you got hit or something? I'm glad that came off easy. We don't need to do it. Hope we not.
All right.
What happened? Did you see what happened?
Yeah, the donut car, the car with the donut, just flew in front of him and tagged him.
Oh, he's slower than too. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
You never know what might go wrong mechanically during a race. So we have this just in case. There's only about 15 minutes left for the first stint. So in about 15 minutes, we're gonna swap drivers in both cars. So they're gonna be coming in one right after the other. Oliver's getting ready for driver change. Matt is going in car 9, and Jack is gonna go into car 352 for our second round drivers. Let's take a look at Matt behind the wheel. Done. How are you feeling so far about the beginning of the race?
Yeah, feeling pretty good. 352 went out there and stayed on track and navigated traffic really well. So we're about mid-pack in C class with that car right now. Lewis did absolutely amazing. Number 9, we got in some contact. Sometimes that's racing with 103 cars. That's what you got. Sometimes it's going to happen. But Logan recovered and did well. So we're in B class now. But yeah, the drivers just changed. We got we got a safety car out there right now. So we can catch back up. I'm sure there's a couple cars on track that we're not on track. I think somebody lost a wheel, I heard. So super crazy stuff going on with 103 cars. So. Yeah, these guys are going to do super well, and then, yeah, you'll get in the car, and I'll get in the car, and we'll finish the day. Woo!
All right, guys, I'm here with Mr. Randy Pobst himself, professional race car driver, excellent YouTuber. He's here at Lucky Dog at Sonoma. Pleasant surprise for all of us, I think. What brings you here to Sonoma, Randy?
I'm addicted to racing. And one of the things I love about endurance racing, like the Lucky Dog series, is that there's lots of cars. There were over 100 entries. 91 cars started the race. 7 hours today, one race. 8 hours tomorrow, another race. That's a lot of driving stints. People occasionally let me drive their cars. And so that's why I'm here. That, and also, I love the series. I like Kathy and Greg Fuss, who own the series and run it. Mm-hmm. And I kind of encourage people to run the race and do the right thing and try to set a good example when I can. Occasionally I set the examples of what you should not do. Like, never do this.
So if you're addicted to racing, coming to a Lucky Dog race like this one where there's 100+ entries is a good place to try and find a race car to hop in.
Yes, it is.
Now, I saw your car out front, which is this beautiful Audi R8 Quattro V10. I imagine it's one of many daily drivers for you. Is it one of your favorites?
That car is borrowed.
It is.
I've got a good friend who lives here in the Bay Area, and he has quite a collection. And he said, look, hey, next time you're in town, call me up. You can have your pick.
Wow.
I mean, this garage is full of amazing cars. And so I went over there like a kid in a candy store, and I'm thinking, what'll I pick? What would you pick? Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvette Z06, Ford GT500 Mustang, I mean, it goes on and on. And I showed up there and I'm looking at the cars and I just happened to be wearing a golf racing shirt.
Yeah.
I got it from this company called GP Originals. And it looks just like what Steve McQueen would have worn in the movie Le Mans. And sitting in the back of the room, up on the rack, there's an Audi R8. And it's got golf livery on it. I mean, it matches.
It was destiny.
So I'm like, that one right there, that's me.
That's perfect. It was meant to be.
It's been so much fun. It's an R8 competition with a V10, and it has the dual clutch automatic. The early ones had a single clutch, which was kind of terrible, but the dual clutch is really good, and the engine is the star. It's not, plus they look cool.
The sound's going out, I'm sure.
Yeah, V10 goes to well over 8,000 RPM.
It's such a coincidence because I'm also looking for friends with garages like that, just full of exotic cars that I can borrow on a weekend. So hit me up if you got cars like that.
You can borrow one of mine, but only about 2 of them run.
Okay.
If you like a Volvo wagon or an old Tesla,
Yeah,
you're in
perfect.
business.
Grocery getters, just my speed. Well, Randy, I think you might be running somebody else's car this afternoon, maybe one of the last stints. I'm also going to be out on the track during the last stint, so just take it easy on me, please. Don't bust by me too fast. But I'm excited to be able to tell my friends I raced with Randy. So
I'm honored. It's an E30. I don't know anything else about it. But it'll be fun to try it out. I love trying out the new cars.
Yeah.
And you know what? In a series like this, you run older cars, there aren't very many rules. So there's a lot of creativity.
Yes.
These cars are built in garages by the guys that own them and the gals that own them. And it's not like pro racing where everything is strictly controlled and you buy them from the manufacturer and it's all you can do is adjust the wing angle. No, these cars are magnificent creations.
Yes.
And you look at a car, you never know what the engine is, what the transmission is. You just never know. I run one myself. I'm on the East Coast. I run like Atlanta, South Carolina, tracks like that. And I run an old Volvo, and we have a ball with that thing. It's a 740, very square.
Yeah. Well, I'm also going to be driving an E30, so I'm just going to try and follow Randy the whole time.
Yeah, I'll try to
I'm sure I'll be
I'll try
yelling.
to stay ahead. Wait up for me, Randy.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for taking the time to chat with me, and have a great time out there on the track.
My pleasure. I love the Lucky Dog racing.
Right now, the race has stopped. Apparently, there was a track incident. Somebody went off track and damaged one of the tire barriers. So there is a 30-minute repair being done, roughly 30-minute repair being done on the track. So all the cars are in grid again, just waiting for the race to resume. The race resumed. The black flag is over. Oliver's out there now with Nathan. And a lot of people chose not to switch drivers during the race stop, and now there's a huge traffic jam in pit row. So we switched drivers in the grid because they allowed us to. So we were able to bypass that traffic jam. It seems like it might have been a strategy that paid off, but we're gonna find out. Now it was finally my turn to race. Here I am in car 352, and I want to thank my son Ryan for recording from the stands with his iPad. before I knew it, the race was over. We brought car number 9 and car 325 across the finish line. The Warhammer crew was celebrating, but at the time, I didn't know why.
We won in the 9 car! I had no idea. Yeah.
Well, we finished the race. I had a great time in the car. I went off track once. It took me a little while, but I ended up finding my rhythm in this car, and I got a 204 multiple times, some 205s, which is actually the second fastest lap for our team in this car. So I'm pretty happy with that. I started in 16th, worked my way up to 10th, and then I lost fuel. I started to suffer from fuel starvation, which means my power kept getting cut, and then I dropped back down to 16th because of that. It didn't make sense to pit and refuel because the race was almost over, but overall it was fantastic. The number 9 car finished first in our class. Way to go all the drivers who were in car number 9. All right, we got another day of racing tomorrow, so I'm gonna go get some rest. Thank you for watching Midlife Mods.